Hey everybody, Adam Savage here in my cave. I'm sorry to say it, with one more build with another build involving my Samaritan. I have recently finished all the mechanics and the electronics, so now the laser goes on. Yes! And the trigger, hold on. The trigger actually pulls. No firing pin. Can't actually fire anything. Not a real gun. Just a gun-shaped object. However, I have this case here, this Samaritan case, and I'm really happy with it. Yeah. Very, very happy with how it came out. But I'm not happy with the interior. But I'm not really happy with the interior. In the movie, what you can see they have is a cutout foam with 2 speed loaders. And I'm going to break with Canon here. I love the outside of this case, but when it comes to the inside, I think I'm going to go for something much more like this. This is a company that does reproduction gun case interiors. This is what a 100-year-old gun case would look like, and for my money, that's what ought to be here. So I am totally going to do this. I'm going to set this up with a few rounds and a few tools and plot it out and make an interior for this using some green felt. And then I'm going to weather it. Yep. Here we go. First things first is to figure out what objects are going to go in it. Oh, right. You know what? I need to make a map. That's what I need. I need I need a map. So I'm going to build a wooden box, 17 3/4 by 12. Yeah, by a 16th under 12 inches. 17, actually 17 7/8, isn't it? Is it? Interesting. 17 7/8. It is literally... Every tool can be a hammer. Every tool! So, yeah, 17... I'm going to go 17 3/4. Okay. Yeah, let's get a map going. Go. That. I like the idea that it's upside down, and I guess it's easy enough for me to make it right side up and then just turn it, but am I wrong about that? Would I rather it be in the middle with stuff all around it? Let's start laying out some of the things. I'll start laying out some of the things I think would be in this kit. Definitely the large and small gunsmith screwdrivers. Actually, the largest one I don't need. I just need the small and medium. Have a little bit of grease. I think we definitely would have the speed loaders. We would definitely have at least 4 bullets. And in fact, let's do 8. And I'll also do Victor Broadleys. Where's his dum-dum? There it is. All right. So now the question is, how does all this stuff lay out? And I probably want to put, I probably want this punch and the tweezers and the brush, and I do need all of these, and that helps me eliminate this toolbox. great, because then this will become the toolbox. So, how does all this lay out? I think this all goes in a drawer, and that's an argument for putting this over here, because then this could all go in a drawer that's like, about like here. Yeah, okay, so there's always like a little door with a knobby knob on it. Sorry about that light kick. Then it might be that, or yeah, like shoes, set those guys up like that. Oh, that's not so bad. Right, I do that to that. That sits in a thing. I think I can cut this. I think I can cut this down. I don't need all of it. This is literally for just one nut in there, and it's the pivot. So I think I could. Okay, so where do all the bullets live? I think speed loaders, I'll do 2 of them. They live there. And they should be able to sit with and without bullets. Yeah, I think that's true. And then bullet, 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 bullet. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, now that's starting to look like something to me. And I like it. Okay, I think I like it. There's a lot of engineering to do here because there's multi-layers of things. However, I think it should work quite nicely. I'm going to trace everything out, and then I'm going to start to cut out a piece of 1/4-inch plywood, which will be the main base, and then I'm going to basically start cobbling together this box. Yeah. I have some ideas about how to do this felt in a way that's faster than how I've done it before, but it's, oh, right, I forgot about, maybe. Yeah, okay, that definitely goes there. Okay, so I've got my, obviously the Samaritan, 2 types of gun oil, 9 bullets, magnifying glass, 2 speed loaders. I use this salt-cured, I have a few extras of these. This is a salt-cured inkwell, Civil War era. There's a few of these in Broom's box, so I like the throughput. This will be a tool holder, a nice deep box, 2 gunsmith screwdrivers, yeah. And I'll have a couple of slightly empty compartments, and then we'll be good to go. So I think the very first thing I'm going to be doing is actually... Oh, yeah. So there's a lot of layers to this thing. Hammer. Maybe I just do, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I gotta just keep on tracing. I'm overthinking this right now. Oh. Yeah. And of course I made it too close. That's what I do. Great. So Sammy goes there. Let's go there. Nice and centered. Screwdrivers. Hammer. Toolbox. Speed loaders. Gun oil. Yeah, you know what? That's actually looking pretty good. Kind of digging that. So one thing, yeah, so part of what I'm thinking here is that I'd make raised borders for this, like fence everything in. And in that way, it's not like everything's been custom fitted. It is simply, well, it has been custom fitted, but it's done in the old style way, right? Like, yeah, so that goes there, and then like that. Yep, doing the same thing over here. This is why I never throw out old foam core. I have a lot of pieces like this. They actually help me a lot. So let's just start. This is just allowing me to kind of see how there's a bunch of layers to this if I get it right, and the layers matter. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Like that screwdriver business with one angle in the middle. That's great. I think that that's definitely where the magnifier should live. And come on. Hey, don't tip over. Come on. Come on. Everybody stay cool. Pins, pins, pins. That's what we need. Here's why cardboard's great, because you can use T-pins. No, not T-pain. T-pins. There we go. And How do we feel about that? I'm wondering. That looks pretty good. I have room for, yeah, I could put the tweezers there, certainly. Yeah, I could put the punch. Yeah, so I like this. But then the question is, how deep? And the answer is, I like that. I like that. Okay, so this wants to be, let's see here. That's 1.5 inches. So let's say this is 1 inch deep. This has a lid. This has a lid. The handle here. And that's filled with tools, and that goes all the way down. These are both about that, and so is that, frankly. I mean, I think these walls are, what is this? This is about 5/8 of an inch thick. See, I think I could go to 3/4 of an inch thick and take care of most of these guys, except this guy has to go deeper. This guy wants to go to, I'd say this guy wants to go to 2 inches. 2 inches. Whereas these guys want to be like 5/8. This guy is like 0.75. These guys, that's 8 holes. This guy needs to sit down. Let's see here. It's like 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. Who else is 2 inches? That's 2 inches. Okay. So, interesting. These are the same as these. 5/8, 3/4. That I can just do with the floor layer. So 0.75, 0.75. This definitely 0.625. That's 5/8. This is 0.75. So the question remains, yeah, so I do the whole thing at 2 inches. That's the trick. And this is right now a little bit higher than it should be. Yeah. That's a little bit higher than it should be. So that should drop down. This level. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if that goes to 2 inches, I can just put a block here and that'll hold that in. Okay, I think I have a plan. There's a lot of moving parts to this, but all of these are going to be 3/4 of an inch tall. The floor of this layer is going to be 1 3/8 inches below the lip of the gun case, but both the gun and the oiler and the toolbox will all drop lower. Yeah, it's a lot of little things, but this will all be 1/4 inch. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think I've got a plan. Time to cut out some plywood. And I just got a delivery of some nice 1/4-inch plywood. I got out my pin nailer and I think we're gonna be ready to go. Well. So here is the box that goes inside the Samaritan case. And I'm leaving it in these pieces. This will fit in here. Yeah, it's tight. I'm leaving it in these pieces so that I can do some felting on it outside the box and then put it together inside the box because, yeah, that's just gonna make a huge difference in terms of how clean this job looks. I've got the space for the gun here. Works really nicely. All the things have spaces. You got the speed loader. Where's the hammer? You probably can see it. There it is. Hammer lives right there. Screwdrivers live here and here. And I'm also going to felt the crossbars before gluing them in. Yeah, I know that's an interesting take to take, but I think it'll make this far, far cleaner. So the next step is, well, I've got to add ports for the bullets. And that's going to be some of this tubing and a Forstner bit. So I'm going to do 8 of those. But yeah, I think yeah, what happens inside this little toolbox area is going to be interesting. I may make a lift out tool container, because if I put all the tools that I need in there, they go way low, right? So maybe I want to have a pull-out tray that can go in there, but that remains to be seen. I have time to solve that problem. Yeah, I'm gonna just mark out though that this needs all the way up to there. Yep, and this one needs it all the way up to there. This is gonna be such a cool case. I think it's, I feel a real kinship, right? Because the very first one-day build, this is kind of cool. I sort of dig this template, right? The template and the reality. Yeah, that's neat. Sorry, I was saying this build holds a special place in my heart because the very first one-day build was the Blade Runner gun. Yeah, I know. It's very cool. Okay. Progress is progress. I've got, I know this looks funny, but it's just gonna be awesome. I'm really quite psyched about how this is gonna turn out. I'm starting to cut some of the, I'm cutting some of the cross pieces, and then I'm going to felt them and then glue them in. That's how this is gonna go. I have one more, wait, actually, give me a sec. Great. I have one more piece of felt to put in here, which is this, this piece that sits over here. And then I'm gonna have to glue it in, trim it out, and pop in these bits of aluminum to make the bullet holders. Yeah, it's like lots of little steps, but it's going really well. I'm very pleased. Okay, here we go. I must say that putting felt on the inside of a construction is always difficult. Like, I always find it to be quite complex. However, I will also say that this methodology I'm doing today, which is to actually anticipate the order of operations. And look, every other time I've done this, I'm using a fancy way of describing this. Every other time I've done this, I have done it by building the box first and then adding the felt. This is the first time I have added the felt while building the box, and that is making the difference, I think. It's actually making this a much neater looking build. It looks much more professional. I think I could actually get a job with this. Yeah. Sometimes I'm ending up with just a little bit of visible wood. I've got a green marker to help color it away. Plus I'll end up weathering this a little bit. This hole right here is actually where the oiler will live. And I'm gonna actually just pop some, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna put that in. So, okay, let's cut some more wood for this. There's this piece that goes like that. Okay, then this piece, okay, then I've got 2 pieces that are exactly that long, right? Wonderful. This gets one of those, okay, and then this gets a little one right here. It's there, and the hammer lives there, like that. Great. I don't mind that. And then, yeah, that guy. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. Gotta do these guys. Nope. There's my X-Acto. These. I must tell you that this felt dulls X-Acto blades like I have rarely seen. It is an impressive compound. Okay, so, so I just put that blade in. Dulls over here, don't need that. Oh, I do need that. This at the bottom of that. I know, I'm back to using a bandsaw without you being able to see it. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put that guy in there. Yeah, look at that. So this is again, this is kind of like what I'm talking about. Is I did the sides of this hole, I did the top of this hole, and then I did this piece, which will go back here and make a really nice bottom. Yeah. Good. Excellent. All right. Almost there. We're close. So nice. Now we're going to button these in piece by piece, one by one. It's going to be a little bit slow, but that's how to get it right. Yeah, I can see that. Ooh, whoops. Woo! No blow-throughs. Excellent. I'm also going to toss just a little bit of CA glue right on the edge here, just for some extra strengthening. Am I? Actually, no. That's fine. Right. Next one. Next one is this one. I'm using a blow dryer. So the proper way you're to use this high strength adhesive, the best way is to spray both sides and then stick them together. But I'm actually working with it wet. I'm working with it, yeah, in a much more sort of free-form way. There we go. Now, yeah, it's right there. Let's see if I can do this. Ooh, I think I may have done it. Ha ha! Ha ha! Yeah. All right, let's try and get one. Hey, that worked. Nice. Okay, so then there's this guy. Yep. He lives there. And the hammer still fits? It does. That's wonderful. So little piece of felt. I managed to use almost all the scrap felt for this project, which I feel virtuous about, I'll admit. By scrap felt, I mean, I save, I'm highly thrifty with this stuff, so I save everything, and when I have, like, you know, long strips or reasonable squares, I keep it. And then I like to use it if I can, and I've used most of it. I haven't cracked into the one big piece of green felt that I have. Okay, put those there. Yeah, great. So by working with it wet, what I mean is I'm actually working with the glue before it dries. I mean, I guess that's totally obvious, but I'll explain the methodology. See, while it's wet, it wants to flash off, but it also doesn't want to stick very well. So I use that property to kind of get glue on both sides of the equation early, and then I bring in the blow dryer. And that helps to set the glue. And because I've already touched all the surfaces with it, it allows me, yeah. Great. Okay. Great, great, look at that! It looks like a thing! Starting to get excited. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pieces. 5 more pieces. 5 easy pieces. This one's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I'm just going to do it. Okay. That one was not as bad as I was feared. This is going to be a good looking box. I'm very, my anticipation right now of how good it's going to look is high. That's not to say that it's going to look amazing, but I'm feeling pretty confident that it will be. So now I'm starting to get that kind of, that fun rush of, how's this gonna go? Great. It's gonna be gorgeous. What are the two different scissors for? Well, the good cloth scissors, that's these, that say cloth or dye, those are for cutting the felt before I've gotten any glue on it, and the other ones are for after I've gotten some glue on it. Wonderful, wonderful. Second one. Girl, you got that. No, I can't sing. I can't sing. Can't sing on camera. Now the question is, oh yeah, before I glue all these in, I've got to actually prep these guys, these holes, because I've got 7 holes. I know in the original layout I did 8, but here's the funny thing. Can't do 8 because I can't fit them. And then I thought, 7's weird. It's in every gun case I come across in my research, and I've looked at about 100 of them. The number of bullets included was always a multiple of the number of bullets that the gun could hold. So if it was a 6 shot, sometimes there were 12 bullets visible. But I'm doing 7, so it's not a multiple. I'm doing a weird one. However, given that it's Hellboy, it's totally reasonable for it to be a superstition, and that superstition to be based on something real. Right? Like, that's what Hellboy's all about, is that your superstitions aren't ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, I am not a superstitious person, but I certainly enjoy the lore of Hellboy. Okay, come on, let's get the... Okay, well that is drying. Well, that guy is drying. Let's... We gotta do a couple things. One, I know I talk too quietly when I'm far away from the camera. One, I want to make these all look nice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh, that was not as bad as I was feared. I don't have to be super exact about this because when I press the aluminum into these, it will hide these crimes. And I'm going to hit it with some hot glue, I think, from the back. This is give it some meat to be glued with, yeah. Not meat glue. God, why didn't we ever do that on Mythbusters? I wish we had. What's meat glue? Well, you should look it up. It's pretty cool. There are times when I buy hardware store aluminum that I know is exactly 1 inch in diameter, and I use a Forstner bit, which I know is exactly 1 inch in diameter, and I drill a hole, and I get a press fit between the hardware store pipe and the aluminum. I get really excited. That's all. That's the whole story. I just wanted you to know I find this kind of thing really super enjoyable. So, and the bullets, they live there. Yeah, see that? Now I'll put a little foam backer on the bottom. But yeah, this is where the bullets are gonna live. Dude, it's looking awesome. Let's get some hot glue on that before I forget. In the meantime, right. Oh yeah, I can start to cut this out because I'm very close. Okay, so now we go and we put in the various chunks. First chunk the first. Is this little bad boy? And he's gonna be a little tricky because I don't want to have my finger there. So I'm gonna hold this up against it. Not quite. Oh. Let's see if I can get up under there. I'm gonna pop one through for reference. Yup. Okay. Let's see if that works. That did seem to work. I'm going to have to trim that down there, but yeah, that seemed to work too. Well, isn't that just neat as you please? We are, right, I'm going to, they all went through. Damn it. Arg! Okay, so where did they go through? They went through here. 1, 2, 3. I think I wasn't going straight. They went that way, so let's go this way. Let's see if that works. And it did! Terrific. Okay, so these are heading, that's heading right to the bottom of there. Let's see if I can get one in here. Yep, that went through. Great. No blow through. Awesome. Oh, good, good, good. Okay. So 3 more pieces. This is one of them. I have one more piece after I get this one in. Did that really work? Wow. All right, I'll try it from this side too. Wow. God, I love how invisible these pins can be. All right, let's see. Did that work? It did! Did that one work? It did! Okay. One last piece. It is this piece. It is the piece that I think I need to trim that. Yeah, I think I want to trim that down just the tiniest bit. Actually, back in a sec. Yep, that's me using the bandsaw. All right, and what goes here are the screwdrivers. And what happens is, I go in like that. I don't think I even need to cut the angle on it because I don't think you'll see it. Yeah, there we go. One more piece to cut out. Toss them all on the ground. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I know. Look, I fully admit it might be too much Hellboy, but I'm also in the state where I need soothing. And if Hellboy is where I'm finding the soothing, well, that's where I'm going to go. Yeah, that's just all there is to it. So... That's it? Yeah, that did it. Okay, so that's the last piece of felt. I can move this over here. Hold that to give myself a nice clean slate. And here we go. Always good to clear the nozzle of your spray glue once you're done using it for the day. Future you will be very happy about that. Okay. Achoo! Okay. Yeah. I will, yeah. This, by the way, this type of breakdown, 2 screwdrivers stacked like shoes with a divider in between them, it's very period. It's very correct. It's exactly how they did that kind of thing in my research.
In my research, the research that I've done, I've determined the following to be true.
I know, you're always waiting for me to just spike one right through my finger, but it's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. All right. Let's see here. I want a line. know that one that I'm going to be. There we go. Now let's just see. If I drive that in there, does it come through? Nope, that was exactly where I wanted it. So now I'll draw that line and I'll staple along it. I wonder if none blew through. Dude, that's pretty amazing. Okay, so, yeah, it's time for some assembly. Do you want to get closer for this? All right. Right, these guys are good. That one's good. I want to sand that. I'm going to get some hot glue in there. I'm gonna add some support with some hot glue. This just helps some of my bonds. Helps me bond with my work. I think that should be it. I've got them all seated. Got rid of the glue nernies. The glue nernies? Is that a villain from Yellow Submarine? Okay, right. Now I want to put, now the last bit I need to do is a cushion underneath the bullets. I think it's just going to be like this, right? Yeah, okay. So the question is, how far down? Oh, that's actually kind of great. Yeah, okay, so I want to get some felt on there? Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of felt on there. I felt something. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna sock this in from here. I'm not gonna be able to get it in there, but I can. Cool. And we can get a little hot glue on there. Yeah. Oh. Smells good. I know, this isn't the loveliest job, but it doesn't have to be. See? When I do this and I put the bullets in, they'll just sit there quite nicely. Yeah. Okay, oh, right. Whoops, I'm forgetting a part. But I have to do some trimming and some adjusting, so I'm going to gather back here with all the parts and pieces. Moment of truth. Does all the parts fit together? And that looks great. And when I add, ooh, how did I get that so far off? Oh, right, because I think that's what's happening. Oh, right, so sorry. That right there, that's causing the whole thing to not work. So, I'm going to trim. Okay. And yep. Can I do this all of a piece? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is great. Better. Come on, come on. Oh, come on. You don't be recalcitrant on me now. Let's get this in there. Now we'll see. Does this actually work if I do that? Oh, wow. I really have changed the persuasion, haven't I? Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like I can get it in if I... Okay, good. Let's do a little gentle. Yeah. Okay. Let's seal it in. Dude. I'm so happy. Yeah. Yep. Nifty. Gonna put a label on there. And a magnifier. Yep. And then all the tools that go in here. Dude, that isn't... I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so let's pull this stuff out. I gotta put this in the box now. Oh, you know what? I want to weather it a little bit. Okay, so... Do-do-do-do-do, bow-bow, do-do-do-do-do, bow-bow. I'm going to weather this before it goes in. That's definitely true. So how am I going to do that? First I'm going to clear away that. You know what? I'm going to do airbrushing. That's how I'm going to do it. I have a new airbrush here in the shop. And okay, so I've got here some burnt umber. Maybe it's raw umber, not sure. And I'm going to simply put some in my airbrush here. Actually, I'm going to start with just a little water just to make sure my airbrush is blowing correctly. Great, it is. Okay, so let's get a little bit of paint on there. And we're just going to do a little test here. Yeah, okay. Yep, cool. So, yeah. The felt's gonna eat this paint up, but it's also gonna stay, and it's also gonna, you know, help show it to be kind of irregular, you know? Like, that's sort of the point. The point is to let the felt eat up the paint. And kind of get it into the edges to make it look like it's been dirty. This is definitely helping. I can see it's making a very subtle kind of dirt line. And whenever I get a little too much, I just hit it with my hand and kind of take care of it a little bit. I'll get a little bit more dirt around there, yeah. Now the question is, I want to make a couple of spots. Yeah, the spots help. Get some area where it's clear something was spilled. That's it. You know, like, cultivate a memory that doesn't exist of like something that like got really dirty. Yeah. I had it. There it is. Yeah. Now the question is, does it go? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I've made it nice and dirty. That's good. And I normally want to add secondary colors, but I'm not sure. Well, let's see. I will, I really like this Iwata airbrush. It's very, bulletproof is the word that I would use. Let's get a little sienna and just see if I can't. Yeah. Actually, let's see what it looks like on the outside here. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just a secondary color just to add a little more depth to it, because I can't do weathering with just a single color. I just can't. A lighter color is kind of neat. Oh yeah, that's good. That's some good stuff right there. Nice and in the corners. Yeah. Same thing over here. Hard to clean. Yep. Hey! Enough out of you. Yep. Okay. Great. Airbrushing is done. Let's Oh yeah, the dum-dum sits lower. Okay. Yeah, that goes there, there, there. I'll be able to take this whole thing apart just from what's in here. This is great. Speed loader, and hammer. And that's what lives in there. Okay, so we're doing really well. We're doing very well. Save for the fact that this it doesn't look like it's actually going to come out. Huh. I sort of want to put a pad here to hold on to the gun, right? Because if I lock this up, and I do this, and then I do that, what happens? I lose the hammer, and oh yeah, those guys go down. That's not such a bad deal. Yeah. Right, so the other tools that I need are, yes, this guy, and these screwdrivers, the punch, the tweezers. All right, let's do a brush there, but I don't think it's anything else. I think, yeah, I mean, I guess I could put the other speed loader down there, but it's not like I desperately need to. Yeah. Yeah, smiling, very happy. There we go. Here's what we just did. Well, first up, last week, I took a box that was the right size and added the hinge, added the front, repainted the entire thing from scratch, painted the inside black, And then here is what it looks like on the inside. Actually, I will say it's almost a little clean. I may want to take the airbrush to it again, but I'm going to let it sit for a few days and think about it. I'm going to think about what it's done. Yeah. Right. Oh, I almost forgot. There is one. There's one screw that I forgot to put back in. Oh, have I lost it entirely? Huh. There you have it. My Samaritan, still an in-progress build, I know. Now, though, it has a home, a place to live, everything in its place, and a place for everything. I think the phrase is the other way around. I didn't expect to do this build. It came up. It was the soothing that I needed at the moment. Thank you guys for joining me, and thanks for tolerating so many Samaritan builds. This has been a one-day build, and I will see you guys next time. Stay safe. Thank you so much for watching that video. Your viewership keeps the lights on here at Tested, and we are grateful. If you'd like to support us further, well, by all means, follow some of the links below to our merch store where we've got some Christmas specials going on. A limited edition Tested rickshaw ornament. We've only got a couple hundred of these, and when they're gone, we're never making any more. We also have the Tested logo ornament. Both of these change colors sitting on your tree, and if you do get them and you do hang them on your tree, why, we'd love to see pictures. Nothing pleases us more than seeing our merch out in the real world. Happy Christmas, happy holidays, and see you in the new year.